Today, on a special episode of Endurance Hawaii, we'll look back at the first 6 days. In past years, the contestants endured rough seas and blazing hot deserts. But those conditions are a day at the beach compared to the torrential rains of Hawaii. Now, we'll see how these kids were drugged through the mud, dumped in the water, and sent off the island as they battled it out in one of the wettest places on Earth. Day 1, the 20 contestants spent hours hiking through the mountains before they finally arrived at their camp in the jungles of Wainiha. Their long journey had taken them far from the beautiful beaches of Kauai to a spot just below the wettest place on Earth. But for these 20, it would take more than a little rain to dampen their spirits.
What is going on out there?
Unfortunately, the fun and games wouldn't last for long, because in typical endurance style, 6 contestants would be eliminated the very first day. To earn the right to stay, each contestant would have to hang on to a giant pole as long as they could. The first 3 girls and the first 3 boys to fall in the water would be eliminated from the competition.
I'm about to slip.
They were all determined to win, but on endurance, earning the right to stay is never easy.
So hard, oh my gosh.
Everyone struggled to hold on, but eventually, time would take its toll. And Eleanor, Vanetta, Taylor, Marshall, Tom, and Brandon were eliminated from the competition. The 14 remaining boys and girls had overcome the elements and made it through the first day on endurance. Tonight they would celebrate, but tomorrow the real competition would begin. Day 2. The guys and girls would pair up into teams, but first they'd have to battle for position. Because in this game, the players that caught the lowest numbered balls would have the best chance of getting the partner they want. Launch!
Damien's got it. Damien's got it. Damien's got it. Damien has got ball number 1, the most important ball. Launch!
The competition for position was fierce, but the real fireworks began when they started selecting partners. It sounded easy. One by one, the contestants would choose their teammate, starting with the number 14. But it just wouldn't be endurance without a little surprise.
Here's the twist. Those of you with lowered numbered balls can bump one of the people to get the partner you want. Now, it may not be the best way to make friends, but it will guarantee that you can pick your teammate. That's why Damien, down there with the ball number 1, is going to get exactly who he wants as a partner.
Although everyone was worried about the power of the number 1 ball, the biggest surprise came when Lindy sacrificed her friendship with Brianna to get the partner she wanted.
Chris.
Chris.
Oh my gosh, she said you.
Oh my God.
When she chose Chris, everyone was stunned and everyone was just in awe, saying how could she do that to you?
Head on over to Chris, which means Brianna, you just got bumped.
Oh my God.
I is going to hate that girl.
I felt horrible, but I was there to win. And so with a good partner like Chris, I was totally dedicated to that.
Brianna, that means you have to go to one of the open spots, which Monroe is the only one.
I can't bump someone out?
Nope. Head on over to Monroe. Brianna and Monroe.
I ended up with Brianna, who was not too excited to have me because she is, like, I guess, madly in love with Chris. We've only known each other for a day, but they're gonna get married.
Eventually, all 7 teams were formed, and each of them was excited to compete in their first team mission.
Yeah.
But first thing tomorrow, they would discover another huge twist that none of them ever expected. Day 3. The 7 teams were rested, dry, and ready for anything. Or so they thought.
I got a little surprise for you guys. Do you remember on the first day when you competed and the 6 players that were eliminated went home? Well, guess what? They're back. Come on in here, guys.
Friends from the first day were reunited, but for most, it would only be temporary. The returning 6 would once again have to compete to earn the right to stay. In the second chance game, the 6 eliminated contestants would have to hold a carving between a bamboo pole and their head for as long as possible. Whoever could ignore the pain and outlast the other 5 would earn their spot on the 8th team of Endurance. None of them were willing to go without a fight, but one by one, they started dropping out. Finally, after 25 minutes, the only 2 remaining were Tom
Let's go.
and Marshall.
Tom, focus, Tom, focus.
Hang in there, you've gone this far.
Marshall, come on.
Oh, that's it. Tommy won this thing.
Good job, Mom.
Tom celebrated his victory and his spot on the 8th team of Endurance. He chose Vanetta as his partner and then said goodbye to his eliminated friends as they left the island for the last time.
Also, Brandon. Bye, guys.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, Brandon.
Unfortunately for Tom and Vanetta, there was no time to relax, as the 8 teams were immediately headed into their first Endurance mission. In this mission, they would compete for another pyramid piece and control of the powerful Samadhi. Inside the Samadhi was something that could handicap one team in the next temple mission. In the Ring of Fire, each team held up a long pole inside a large metal ring. If they touched it, the ring would ignite and the team would be eliminated from the mission. The last team standing would win the game. It was a true test of endurance, and after 15 minutes, the teams were beginning to feel the burn.
Oh, brown team. Brown team. Oh, that's it. It's a battle between the final 2 teams to see who's going to end up with the strength piece and the Samadhi.
Oh my God, my wrist is twisting.
Who's it going to be?
Shoulder really hurts.
Stop grabbing.
Oh my God. My hand is slipping off the edge.
Stay on, stay on.
It's slipping off the edge.
Oh, please hit it. Please hit it.
Green is so close to hitting. That was close. That was close. Oh, that's it.
We won.
Purple team has won the game.
I win, I win, I win, I win. The thingy, I win. Yeah, that's right. Me. I'm so happy.
Purple team was obviously excited about winning the strength piece and taking the lead with 2 pyramid pieces, but now they would have a tough decision to make. Should they handicap the strongest team, the weakest team, or the team that's having the most problems?
What a horrible partner.
In the end, Purple chose to give the Samadhi to Yellow and saddle them with a handicap in the next temple mission.
This right here looks like about 5 feet of rope. You guys will be at a disadvantage by 5 feet in tomorrow's temple mission. I want you to know this does not mean that you're definitely going to lose tomorrow's temple mission. It just means it's going to be a little more difficult. I want you guys to know, One team will be going home tomorrow and leaving this beautiful jungle forever. I'll see you tomorrow.
I have to change my game plan. You know, I cannot let stuff happen and just sit back, because now we're in the eye of the storm.
Day 4, the first elimination day. An eerie silence settles over the teams as they head off to their first temple mission. Until now, they've only had to compete for partners and pieces. But in this challenge, there was much more on the line.
The winning team will be selecting 2 teams to go up to the Temple of Fate. You know what that means. 2 go up, and only 1 comes back. Let's get into position.
For this mission, the teams took sandbags tied together with rope and tossed them at their team-colored targets out in the water. If a team sandbag landed on the target, they could choose 1 team to eliminate from the challenge. Everyone was shocked when the handicapped yellow team landed their first throw. Now they had control of the game.
Which team's it gonna be?
We're gonna eliminate someone that we think that's gonna do good in the game. So we're gonna eliminate Orange.
Orange team, come on over here. You've been eliminated.
The game would continue, round by round, until all but 1 team was eliminated. The last team standing would win the game. Yellow was on a roll and continued to chip away at the 4-team alliance of orange, gray, red, and purple.
We're gonna eliminate Gray.
The alliance seemed helpless against yellow until the red team gave them a glimmer of hope.
That was solid.
Red team, you guys can choose between any of the other 3 teams.
Yellow,
Looks like you're getting a little help over here.
yellow, yellow.
Which team would you like to eliminate?
We're gonna eliminate blue team.
Blue team, you're gone.
The only one who's gotten it on is the yellow team, and they're not eliminating them. I guess they want to lose.
The red team's surprising decision gave yellow the opening they needed to win the game and seal the alliance's fate.
Bet y'all didn't see that coming.
The yellow team won. And Brianna definitely doesn't like me, so I have a really good feeling that I'm gonna get sent to the temple.
The yellow team did send orange, along with blue, to the Temple of Fate, where they had to compete once again for the right to stay.
Welcome to the Temple of Fate, the most feared place in the jungles of Wainiha.
In this competition, each team would secretly choose one of 3 elements: fire, water, or wood, and write it on a piece of bamboo.
Go with water.
The team who chose the dominant element would win the round, and the first team with 2 wins would earn the right to stay. The other team would be sent home immediately.
Let's find out who has the dominant element. Orange team, you picked water. Blue team, you picked fire. Water puts out the fire. That's 1 win for you guys, orange team. 1 more, you'll be heading back to the huts. Blue team, 1 more loss, you'll be headed home. Go ahead and grab your next piece of bamboo. Let's find out who has the dominant element. Orange team.
Yes!
You chose water. Blue team, you chose fire. Water puts out the fire. Orange team, congratulations. You guys are headed back in.
Blue became the first team eliminated from the game, but orange had a brighter future. They would return to the jungle to compete another day. Day 5. After a tough night, the orange team was about to receive some good news. Blue had left them their commitment piece, putting orange in a tie for first place with the purple team. Unfortunately, there was also some bad news.
Today, we are going to be playing another temple mission. That's right. So at the end of today, One team again will have the power to send 2 teams to the Temple of Fate.
In the temple mission, each team would take turns, covering the colored squares of the teams they wanted to eliminate from the game. Then they would choose which team they wanted to go next.
Green.
Green, brown, and yellow took control of the game and were working together to eliminate orange, gray, purple, and red. But Nicole had other plans.
No, please save me. I can't go back to the temple.
Brown team, I almost don't have to ask, but I will. Which team would you like to choose?
Banana.
Orange.
Are you kidding?
Orange it is.
Suddenly, the alliance of orange, gray, purple, and red was back in control. One by one, they systematically eliminated the outsider teams. Then gray eliminated themselves to give orange the win.
Shouldn't have trusted her. I shouldn't have said orange. I should have said yellow. I mean, we had that in the bag. Now yellow and green probably are going, and that's our only allies. This is just wonderful.
Tom's fears were realized when green and yellow were sent to the Temple of Fate.
This is so mean.
The orange team had chosen to pit best friends against each other, and the consequences would be devastating.
You know what happens. Here you play a game to decide who gets to stay on Endurance and who will be taking the first plane back home. Grab your first piece of bamboo. Can we please see who chose the dominant element? Green team, you picked water. Yellow team, you picked wood. Wood floats on water. That's 1 round for yellow. 1 more, they win the game. Green team, if you lose the next round, you guys will be headed home. Grab your next piece of bamboo. Can we please see who chose the dominant element? Yellow team, you chose water. Green team, you chose fire. Water puts out the fire. Yellow team, you guys win. Green team, I know it's tough to say goodbye to your friends. I'm sure you're going to be missed by more than just the yellow team.
Green became the second team eliminated from the game, but the future looked brighter for yellow. They would return to camp to compete another day. Day 6. Not only was yellow still in the game, they would move into first place with the heart piece left by the green team. Now there was a 3-way tie between yellow, orange, and purple. The teams would compete in another endurance mission, but the prize for winning would be like no other.
The winner of today's endurance mission will be awarded power. The power to divide this jungle in half. 3 teams on one side and 3 teams on the other. And the winner will have control over who goes where.
In Out on a Limb, the girls sat over the water on one end of a giant seesaw. The boys were on the shore holding a piece of rope attached to the other end. If the boys let go of their rope, the seesaw would tilt and their partner would drop into the water.
Whoa, whoa!
The last team dry would win the game and the power to choose teams. After 25 minutes, 4 teams had dropped out, leaving only purple and yellow. No one ever expected yellow to last that long, but Monroe was making it look easy.
Monroe, you're a beast!
Suddenly, the team that was once called the weakest was back in control. Now they would have the power to choose the best super team for the next temple mission and possibly guarantee themselves 2 more days on Endurance.
The super team that wins the mission is all safe from going to temple. The other super team will not be so lucky. So, yellow team, what is your choice?
we chose to have on our super team the gray team and the purple team.
The gray team, purple team, and yellow team. You will make up one super team. Orange, red, and brown, you'll make up the other super teams. You guys are gonna go head to head in tomorrow's temple mission. I promise this is gonna be one of the toughest ones yet.
That's gonna really stink because whoever loses gets sent to the temple, and I can't go to the temple again. I'm not ready for that. Emotionally, physically, everything about it is just like terrible. I can't even think about it.
The super teams have split the alliances, but who will gain control of the game?
Go!
As the days go on, the competition will get tougher. The stakes will get higher. And one team will have to overcome impossible odds. Stay tuned to find out which team has got the greatest endurance.
Now, it's time to get serious with Serious Amazon.